Before I came to Cove, I was like a ship lost at sea. I had no friends, no real friends to be exact. Struggled with homework, and I didn't participate in any after-school activities.
Life for those with disabilities can be a very difficult road. Students with disabilities are far more at risk than those in the general population. They often lack the insight, skills, or resources to do what is best for them.
Most of the kids know what they want to do or think they know what they want to do, but not always how to get there. We try to support the student in making them feel more powerful and promoting their self-advocacy.
We never felt a part of anything. He was always a kid who was down the hall from the other kids.
In the public school, she really didn't have any friends. You know, no birthday parties, no friends, really.
Cove has a specialized approach to learning that supports a comprehensive curriculum. Student goals are integrated throughout their entire day so that a highly individualized program can be provided.
So this is a fancy word for what we just said. It lets good stuff in, it keeps bad stuff out. It has selective permeability.
When I think of Cove, I think of a team. There is a team involved with every student that we work with at Cove. That child then has one speech pathologist, one social worker, one case manager that works with that child ongoing. And then if there's any need for any kind of change or modification in the program with that child, then we meet as a team to make those changes.
Schoolwork for me was originally hard, but now it's like been made a lot simpler, a lot more easy for me to understand. I like them all, especially Mr. Pajansky. He's good at giving lectures, especially long ones.
It's lovely and warm, and the minute you walk in the door, I think people feel that. I did as a mom. I mean, the first time I walked in the door, I thought, this is the place I want my boy to be. Where he had been an oddball, or the square peg, I like to say, in a typical school, here everybody is sort of a square peg, and that's okay, because those differences are celebrated, and the strengths that are there are fostered.
I always like to say Cove is a magical place. It's a place of possibilities. It's a place of chances. It's a place where these children can really transform themselves. My daughter's kind of a techie, which is the case with a lot of our children here at Cove. And with the technology that Cove has, it really helps diminish her learning disabilities. She can use technology to bypass her language disorder. She can use technology to assist her in writing and organizing her thoughts.
Our students, by and large, could not learn without technology. We are deeply passionate about having the right technological resources for our students. It keeps the students engaged, number one. Using a smart board is, it's so interactive, it's so engaging.
I think there's something here that we have to get rid of and delete, like an extra word.
It reaches the students on a level that you wouldn't typically be able to reach them if you were using, an old-fashioned chalkboard or whiteboard. They feel so proud of knowing how to use the technology, and by default they're submerged in the lesson and learning at the same time.
At Cove, our students aren't the minority, they're the leaders. They participate in student council, theatrical performances, clubs, sports teams, social events, and special activities like the high school prom.
Well, she's socially pretty confident because of it. Now she has a lot of friends, and I think her social life is probably busier than mine, sadly.
That's what life's about, having connections with other people. So I think when those barriers are taken away and everybody's on a level playing field, kids have a chance to be social and have fun.
Transition is all around us. It's part of everything we do here at Cove and everything outside of the community. And communication is so important as well, because if you want to get your needs met, you have to be able to communicate them.
At most schools, transition is focused on helping juniors and seniors choose what's next for them after high school. At Cove, we know that transition begins the day the student walks in the door. Whether they're elementary, junior high, or high school students, it is part of everyday learning at the Cove School.
We, as speech pathologists, we serve the entire community at Cove School, from elementary up to high school, and provide them with strategies to better communicate out in their community. For a younger student, it might look like, a child, for example, going to a class outside of Cove, an after-school activity. So it might be asking a ballet teacher to help tie her shoes, or asking a coach if you can go in and play.
The students at Cove have complex learning disabilities that impact their entire life. Learning is hard. Life is hard. Preparing for life is what transition is all about.
I don't want to sound cheesy, but they're really brave. They're really brave kids. I mean, they really have more challenges than I could ever comprehend, and give them an enormous amount of credit. I respect them tremendously, and that's why I come.
The staff is so dedicated to these children, and they are willing to transform their curriculum, their attitude, whatever it takes for each individual child to succeed. And that is a huge undertaking.
But I think at Cove, given the small size, that is a possibility. Kids are taught at the level they're at and then pushed to exceed those levels.
Well, we're grateful for the time here. We know that at some point we have to walk out the door and walk into life. And as a parent, it's once you come in and you learn about Cove, there's nothing you won't do.
It's been a terrific just blessing for our family that he's here, he's safe, he's happy, and it makes us want to do all we can for the school and the kids that are here.
What grade did you finish, Jack?
I just finished.
Cove has allowed me to build my confidence and self-esteem. I participate in school plays like Oklahoma and Greece. As I look forward to the future, Cove allows me to explore a world of opportunity from a position of strength. Thank you, Cove. Thank you very much for everything.